Hello, this is Katie Singing Eagle, and coming to you from my little chapel room in Central Ohio, and I haven't been on in a while because I have been working on some things and adding to my video blog. Just been working on me. When you work on yourself, what can you say? Trying to eat right, look for employment, go over some things in the life of that needs to be gone over, get rid of some of the old scripts, sort through things of the past. Now, I was going over, on my last blog, going over some things of childhood memory, some things that were in my way in telling my story, and they were making me quite sad, so I didn't go back to them. And but lately, other things have gotten in the way of that, and just like daily praying for those caught in the way of Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma, and people that I know here in Central Ohio that's been going through, and some of the civil rights things that's been going on, and just trying to live day to day in this material world and survive. It is something else. Something else. Sometimes I wonder why I'm here for. Now, I have gone through a whole lot in my almost 54 years. On November 12th, I will be 54. I was born in 1963, and I have seen so much and gone through so much in this lifetime. And it's so funny, I can remember stuff from other lifetimes. Also, so putting those things together from this lifetime and then having flashbacks of other lifetimes, sometimes it can be a bit much. It can be a bit much. It can be a bit overwhelming at times. Trying to sort through things, I have flashbacks of childhood, of things of living through things, of church and church people and things my mother did, and survival and what we did to survive, how we survived. And they're just little stories here and there, and I keep thinking about writing them down and putting them in a book. And people would not believe I'm coming from a family where my dad's family, wealthy people. I mean, not thousands and thousands of dollars wealthy, but doing okay, nice house, ranch house. One of the first black families in Central Ohio to have any kind of wealthy people, and to have a money-making business, and to have, over 20 employees type wealthy people, and then me to grow up in that family having nothing, living on nothing, not unless my grandparents bought it for me. Putting on my mom, always putting on a bright face and doing what she could do to help us survive and help us to look good on what little bit of money she got from my dad or my grandmother, because he married out of his class, or he did not want to take responsibility because of church stuff. I mean, putting on a good show in front of church people and putting on a good face in front of business people, because he gave her only maybe $20 to work with. Or, you know, going to school with holes in my clothes, sewing things up, sewing until I couldn't, and patching until I couldn't possibly patch anymore. And then I had to say, break down and go to my grandmother or somebody and say, hey, I need another pair of clothes. Or having holes in underclothes and different things, saying, hey, I need some new underclothes. But scared to go because, you know, the wrath of my father, because his mother was, why aren't you taking care of your children? And then my mom would get a beating for it or something. So, how dare you embarrass me in front of my mom, or how dare you, but you're not taking care of your family, you're not taking care of your children. See, I remember those things. People don't think children see things, even if the children is in the other room or out. Children are outside the door sometimes, even if the door is shut and locked. A child can be there outside that door, and then when you go to open the door, the child is gone in their room. Not unless you got the lock on the outside of the door, locking them out. I mean, and I was a little child, 4, 5, 6 years old. I remember stuff. I remember. I remember my mom going to the thrift store looking for fabric to make us clothes. I remember those things. Making us look good. A lot of the things we had. And I see those pictures. My mom and her sewing machine made us clothes that were better than store-bought clothes. And people would wonder, oh, they have designer clothes. They got their clothes from such and such. And no, they were designed by Miss Clara. And she put them together, and she made them. The gowns I wore to different things, my mother made. I mean, and people thought, oh, she's a McNabb, she's this, she's that. Cotillion and all that stuff. Different things when I was going, They weren't bought. A lot of them weren't bought. Yeah, I did modeling, and those maybe came off the rack. But every so often, people were like, what designer did you get that from? Miss Clara. Miss Clara Foster, my mom. That's her maiden name. My mom should have been a fashion designer. She was quite the artist. I could tell the story of my mother, but yeah. Trying to get me together, get my house together. Life is something. And lately I've been just staying away from people. I've been keeping my own company. Sometimes you have to do that. You start getting later on in life, you want to keep your own company because especially, or having one-on-one time with friends. I like being in group situations. I really do. I love it. But there comes a time when you're not maybe invited to stuff anymore. Or you're invited, but, it's hard to, you're invited, but sometimes you're nobody, maybe one person says hi to you, or 2 people say hi to you, or they say thanks for coming, but that's about it. It's almost as if, why did I bother coming? Or why did I even bother showing up? Or you go hug they hug everybody but you. You watch, now that's not right. You go somewhere and you watch them hug everybody around you but you. How does that make somebody feel? I know that's not very... I just wish people would make other people feel, watch their actions. Watch your actions. Watch what you do around others, and you're not including somebody. So I get tired of not being included. So why go if you're not being included? I include people. I hug people. I make people feel welcome. If you're coming to my home, if you're coming to some place where I'm in leadership at, I am going to make you feel welcome. And I was trying to do that at the last place that I was taking fellowship at. And I'm still going to, go there from time to time, but I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break from there. That's like the last church I belonged to. I walked out, didn't look back. Haven't been back there since. Haven't been right after their 20th year anniversary. It's just like, haven't been back. Get tired. Fed up with hypocrisy. Fed up with them saying, oh, act this way, we're supposed to act this way and treat each other this way, and we're supposed to do this and we're supposed to do that. And here's the laws of the way we're supposed to do and the way we're supposed to act and treat each other. And how many people actually follow it? I mean, maybe it's, they mean to. They mean well. Everybody means well. I mean, at least follow it in public if you don't do it at home. That's what I say. Treat everybody the same. At least try to treat everybody the same in public, and then do whatever you do at home. But you cannot get away from God. God sees everything. God sees everything. That's all I got to say today. Krishna, God, Allah, Elohim, the Lord God of the universe, whatever you believe, the Great Spirit, Source, sees everything. Even you see everything. And you cannot get away from yourself. You can't get away from your own conscience. You might want to drink, smoke, take drugs, try to numb yourself, but you still have to face you. You still have to face you. So you can't get away from yourself. You still got to look yourself in the face and yourself in the eye and say, hey, get your together. Get it together. Stop lying. Stop cheating. Stop doing people wrong. Stop doing yourself wrong. Love. Forgive. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. Please forgive me. Is it so hard to say, please forgive me? And if they don't want to forgive you, that's on them. If you say, I forgive you, and they just look at you like, I ain't got nothing to be forgiven for, then that's on them. But at least your heart is clean. When you speak the words out of your mouth from your heart, then you free yourself. You free yourself. So be free. Free yourself. Even though those memories are still there, sometimes you can't get rid of memories. You cannot get rid of memories sometimes. You give them to God. You give them to God. They're there. And every time they pop up, try to think on those things which are of good report. Go to your happy place. Write them out. Write the memories out. Write a story. Write a book. I'm trying to do that. I'm going to do that. Got to do that more. used to journal all the time. Journal, journal, journal. And I don't know whatever happened to all my journals. Probably in a landfill somewhere. At least they're on paper, and they're going to be biodegradable. They can be degraded. You know. And then some things are on disk and computer, which those things have crashed. You know. I was trying to get things down and in print or something so I'd have it. But every time I get things written down and in print or something, you know, record it, it goes to my computer or something, you know, electronic crashes or becomes, what do you call it, messed up. The recordings become, you know, messed up, graded. Material things rot. Basically rot. So, oh well, that's life. That's life. You know, the Bible says corruption will come in and don't put anything into anything material. Even the Bhagavad Gita says that. Don't put anything into anything material. Don't put your love or your thing into anything material because it's going to rot. It's going to be destroyed. What matters is what's up here and what's in the heart. Well, here's my heart's over here. What's in the heart matters. Knowledge, wisdom, intentions of the heart. That's what matters. So, love. Love matters. Namaste. And shalom.